Let's talk the color. One more thing, like, subscribe, and share. Come on, let's talk the color. Woo!
Well, thank you. Let's see. Well, guess what? You and I, we're on live now. And so this is the Let's Talk the Color broadcast, the Let's Talk the Color YouTube channel, Let's Talk the Color Virtual Book Club. And we are live and we're going to talk to people for about 1,800 seconds. And we're going to try to give them good news. So we'll try to be inspirational and motivational to try to help people. So we'll try to do that. And we'll try to talk to people about how to always be the best that they can be, even if sometimes they have challenging situations or not the best situations. So they're going to log on. So they're actually there. So you see people right here. So they're going to start coming on. So this lets us know that they're on. So you can just wave to the people, and then I'll let you tell them who you are in just a second. But so for now, we'll just start by saying, even though we're just one day after Christmas week, it's okay to still say Merry Christmas, right? So you can wave them and tell them Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, everybody. This is the Cutler broadcast, and this is another. This really is a Cutler. It is my first cousin's, the son of my first cousins. I think you have met him before and his older brother, but this time he's going to spend these 1,800 seconds with us, and we're going to talk to him about a whole lot of things because I want to get insight and input from the mind of a younger cousin about how to process the holidays and what the holidays really mean, and still trying to see the holidays from their perspective. I remember when I was growing up, Christmas was magical, and I look forward to Christmas. I look forward to all the TV shows about Christmas. I look forward to everything about Christmas. So they're probably going to have some questions to ask you about Christmas. But even if they don't have questions, I have a few questions. So hang on just a second. Hey, you also go until people come on and let's talk the Cutler, because we're going to talk to not just one Cutler, but two Cutlers. Yeah, he's a bona fide Cutler. And we're going to talk about a number of things, but Merry Christmas to you all. Tell people to go on and go on and subscribe. And once they subscribe, they can click on the notification bell. It lets them know whenever I've gone live, like now, and whenever I've uploaded new content. And I'll shout out the LTTC VIPs in just a moment. But I'm spending the holidays with a number of family members. I'm spending the holidays with trying to see friends and family members and loved ones. And of course, I'm taking some time of the holiday to spend with different generations, particularly my younger cousin here. So why don't you go ahead and tell them your name and how old you are? How about that?
My name is Sloan Cutler. I am 8 years old.
Yeah. And what grade are you in, Sloan?
Third.
Do you like school? All right. So what is the favorite thing about school that you like?
It's probably math and science.
Okay. So that's the least or the most favorite?
Most favorite.
Math and science for you? Okay. All right. So he's bright. Of course, I like the fact that he likes science and math. Now, we just came out of the holidays. We came out of a big holiday. Did you have a good Christmas?
Yeah.
What was so good about it?
Got to spend time with my family, and I just got to open presents and enjoy seeing my family there.
Oh, good. Okay. Now tell him again how old you are.
8.
All right. So he's 8. And did you hear him say that the most important thing, some of the most important things for him was that he got a chance to spend time with family? Of course, he mentioned the presents, and that makes sense for an 8-year-old. Yeah, it makes sense for an 8-year-old to enjoy a presents. But he also said he enjoys spending time with family. Now, so I'm going to tell them the top 3 people that we see in the chat. So the top 3 people, I call them like the VIPs. You play sports, don't you?
Yeah.
What sports do you play?
Lacrosse and basketball.
Lacrosse and basketball. So do you know what VIP stands for? No, you all have an MVP at the end of the year, don't you? All right, so you all have an MVP. So here on this broadcast, I have the VIPs, like the very important people, and those are the people who come in the chat first. So can you see the name of the first person who showed up?
Annie Cutler,
Who was that?
your mother.
And who is she to you?
My
And so you call her what?
Aunt Annie. So she's basically my aunt.
That's right. All right. So she's a VIP, and then there's
Tracy Johnson.
and then there is
Paula D.
Yes. Yeah. So you are the LTTC VIPs for the evening. And you see one person even said, "Hey Sloan, you see that?"
Mhm.
Yes. So we'll get a chance to talk back. But thank you all. So please say hi to Sloan. Come on in the chat and say hi to Sloan as we're talking. And I wanted to talk about Christmas and sort of get his take on what it means to be kind, because all kids are not as fortunate and they're not as blessed as you are. You pretty much have everything that you want, don't you?
Mhm.
All right. So, like you probably have all the clothes and all the shoes and all the games. Do you have a lot of games?
Yep.
What games do you have? I'm just
I
curious.
have some board games. I have some electronic games.
Okay. And you like games, don't you?
Mhm.
All right. So he probably has everything that he wants. But I have a question for you, Sloan.
Mhm.
When you go back to school, and if you have friends at school who didn't get the things that they wanted for Christmas, how do you treat that person?
Treating them kind and like acting like I really care about them, even though they didn't get a good present for Christmas.
Okay, and that's good. So, what would you say to people who picked on other people at school for not getting things? So, if there's someone at school who didn't get something that they want, and everybody else is picking on them, what would you say to those people who are picking on those small kids?
Stop and leave them alone, because some people aren't that unfortunate.
Because some people aren't that fortunate. That's right. So, who taught you that? That's a good value. That's what we call value. So who taught you that value? Where did you get that from? Who taught you how to treat people kind?
It was my dad and my mom.
Oh, good. So they are saying, so someone says he has grown so much since the last time they saw you. See, they remember you, Sloan. So you a star. They they remember you. Yeah, he really has grown up, because the last time we were here, we did this. We were at your house,
Mhm.
and you have grown up. Uh, I got a question for you. I got a few interview questions. Now mind you, if you all have questions for Sloan, you all put those in the comments and put those in the chats as well, because I want to talk to him about a number of things. And I think one of the things that I want to ask him, do so would you say you have a good life or a bad life?
Good life.
A good life. What makes your life good?
Because my parents go to work every day. They make good money. They come back home. They let us eat. They make us food. So I'm just thankful that I have parents.
Thankful that you have parents. Do you have chores that you have to do?
Well, my most chore I really have to do is just clean my room.
Clean your room. Do you do a good job of cleaning the room? Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Do you get an allowance?
Mm.
Oh, so you don't get an allowance, but you just get your parents just give you money from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let me ask you this. If you could be in charge of the house for one day, if you could be in charge of your family for one day, so that means you're in charge of your mom, you're in charge of your dad, and you're in charge of your big brother. What would you do if you were in charge for one day?
Well, I would kind of tell my dad to clean his side of the room, because it's kind of a little bit messy.
Would you? So he would say he would tell his dad to clean his side of the room because it's just a little bit messy. So someone wants to know, do you like sharing? Do you like sharing with your? He has one brother. Do you like sharing with your brother?
Yeah, most of the time.
Most of the time. Okay. When are the times that you don't like sharing? So you said most of the times. That means maybe sometimes you don't.
Well, if it's like really like the last thing that we have and our parents will go out and get it,
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably just keep it to myself.
Okay, but if you have enough to share, then you'll share.
Yeah.
Good for you. Good for you. Hey, I'm sure people are going to want to ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? Do you have any idea what is it that you want to be when you grow up?
What I want to be when I grow up is a firefighter
Oh wow! And why is that?
because I just wanted to save people when I grow up.
Okay, but so, and I don't want to jump too fast because we want to enjoy you as a kid and watch you growing up. Do you like being a kid?
Yes.
What's the fun part about being a kid?
The fun part of being a kid is you keep on getting to enjoy life. You have the sports you get to play while you're young.
Okay, and so you play two sports now. Which one is your favorite,
Lacrosse.
and why is that?
Because I just like, well, really, I'm mostly the only black person out on the field on my team. So I kind of like being the only black person.
Really?
But when I'm on the field, so like then I think if it's my turn to shine.
Okay, okay. So you like the spotlight. He's a ham. Okay, all right. So you like being able to shine
Mhm.
and do your best. And so if the spotlight is in you on you,
Mhm.
it sounds like you at least you want the spotlight to be on you for a good reason,
Mhm.
right? What happens for people? What do you think should happen to people who want the spotlights to be on them for bad reasons? So because let's say for example, bullies. Sometimes bullies they do things because they want attention.
Mhm.
Do you agree? So what about those people who want the spotlight on them for bad reasons?
I'll kind of say not give it to them and kind of give it to them if they make good choices with it.
If they make good choices with it. So do you have any idea about the best way to handle a bully? Do you pay attention to them or do you ignore them? Which one do you think you should do?
Well, first, if I'm getting bullied, I would
Mhm.
try to handle it by myself. But then if my teacher says if you can't handle it by yourself, just come get the teacher.
Okay, so you would try you would try to handle it by yourself. All right. Okay. Okay. So let's see. He really is outgoing. Sloan is very outgoing. Um, what is your favorite board game? Someone wants to know what is your favorite board game and your favorite electronic game?
My favorite board game would probably be Monopoly.
Monopoly. I haven't played Monopoly in years. So, do you think you could beat me at Monopoly?
Mhm.
You do? After this broadcast, we may have to play a game,
Mhm.
okay? And we'll see. What's your favorite electronic game? So you think you can beat me Monopoly?
Mhm.
You do?
Yeah.
Do you all hear this? I mean, he's confident about this thing. He says he will. You think you can beat me Monopoly?
Mhm.
That's 3 times he said it. So I'm gonna have to play him in Monopoly, and then we'll come back a little later, maybe next time at some point, and I'll let you know how that turned out. So I have a question,
Mhm.
just another question for you, and I think it's not really about Christmas, but what is your favorite? This is just in general. What is your favorite thing to do?
At Christmas, or just can be anything in life.
Anything in life. What is your favorite thing to do?
Enjoy spending time with my family when I have the time to.
When you have the time to, because you stay pretty busy, don't you?
Mhm.
All right, you stay pretty busy with your older brother and with your parents and your schedule. What do you do to have fun?
What I do to have fun? Sometimes me and my brother will play like a game, and then once like we shoot like something or like we do something, it'll make the other person laugh. So then we just both start laughing hard.
Okay, so you like laughing.
Mm-hmm.
I know you. They really like laughing. They like laughing. I want to go to your school for just a moment because one of the things that we talk about, and you watch this,
Mhm.
you watch this broadcast a lot, don't you?
Mhm.
He said to me this evening, he said, cousin, aren't you getting ready for your broadcast? And I said, yeah, I'm going to get ready for the broadcast. And of course, he remembered that the last time, um, I think he was out practicing, and
That was at football practice.
you were at football practice, and his oldest brother was here. And so I said, the next time I'll just do a broadcast, and you'll be on the broadcast But I like the fact that your parents teach you values and they teach you all how to
Mhm.
how to be kind to people and to be nice to people.
Mhm.
And that's one of the things that we talk about on this broadcast. How do you talk to people? What would you say to people if you had a friend who was very sad? What would you say to your friend who was sad? Because a lot of times in real life, when people grow up and we become adults, like I am now, different things happen in life, and sometimes they make us sad.
Mhm.
And it always helps us to remember what life was like when we were younger,
Mhm.
when we were your age. Have you ever been sad?
Mhm.
When were you sad?
Well, I would usually kind of get sad when my brother would take the last good dessert, and then I would just get sad because then we would do it fairly, and then he would win, so then he would get it, so then I would be sad.
I remember that. And you were also sad. I think I remember you were also sad once when your Granny died and she
Mhm.
went to heaven, right?
Mhm.
So you were sad about that. So I have a question. If you ran into someone who was sad, what advice would you give them? What would you say to them when they were sad and you're trying to help them not to be sad? What advice would you give them?
Are you okay? Do you want to play with me and my friends?
I like that, Sloan. So I think one of the takeaways that we can take from Sloan's advice is to check in on people. Ask them, "Are you okay? Is there something that I can do to help you not be so sad?" So he said, "Are you okay? Do you want to play with me and my friends?" So that means check in on them. So I'm just going to take just a moment and say, listen, during this holiday season, if you run into people and you realize that they are sad, take advice from Sloan. Check in on them. Ask them, are they okay? Let's not assume that everybody is okay. And when you don't assume that they are okay, you take the time to listen to them. And when you listen to them, then you give them an option, give them an alternative to move them out of where they are. So that way, you create a space for them. So make sure this season, let's take a lesson from Sloan. This season, make sure that you create a space where people can be okay, and you create a space where they don't have to be sad. What about people? So that's people who are sad. What about people who are angry? Have you ever just run into people who are angry?
Yes, in
Have
my
you
class.
in your class?
Mhm.
All right. And
Well, I've had this happen to me 2 years in a row.
2 years in a row?
Second grade and third grade.
Okay. And so what happened?
So in second grade,
Because tell them what grade you're in now.
I'm in third grade now, so that was a year ago. So
Okay.
second grade, this kid named Ashton, he got really mad.
Okay.
So he threw a shoe up at the ceiling.
And we'll make sure that we don't call anybody's last name, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But Ashton, okay. He threw a shoe at the ceiling?
Yeah, so his shoe went flying up onto the ceiling. So like we have these little platforms, but they're not like sealed in like our ceiling right now.
Okay, okay.
So it was like a little bit loose. So when he threw it up, the
Mhm.
piece kind of got like caught on the other side.
Okay.
So it was like kind of just open hanging.
Oh, and the shoe was hanging up there?
No, the shoe it came down,
Okay,
but
okay.
the root piece it was like kind of hanging over here. So there was like a little crack.
Okay, all right. So if you had to give Ashton advice about being angry and how to handle his anger, what now having been through that, what would you say to Ashton now?
Ashton, are you okay? Do you want me to get the teacher, or can you handle it by yourself?
Okay, yeah. So when people are having different kinds of emotions,
Mhm.
we need to check on them. Someone wanted to know, what is your favorite movie? Do you have a favorite movie?
Yeah,
What is your favorite movie?
probably Home Alone.
Home Alone. Let's see. And why is Home Alone your favorite movie?
Because it's just like a really good movie to watch, and it's about like it's just a good movie to watch, and it kind of gives you an idea like when you're home alone if somebody tries to break in, you have ideas how to defend your house.
How to defend your house. So here's a question. What would you have done? They like the Home Alone movie. What would you have done if you woke up one morning and you were left home alone? What's the first thing you would have done?
I probably would have try and call my parents, and if they didn't answer, I'll probably call 911.
What did y'all hear that? So he said he would probably try to call his parents, and if they didn't answer, he would have called 911. Well, okay. Well, that's smart. That's good. You all give me other questions that you want to. They like that movie. So Tracy says she likes that movie too, and Hattie says that's her favorite movie also. Did you give any gifts for Christmas? So what?
Do I give people?
Did you give out any gifts for Christmas, or did you only get gifts? I'm just curious.
Well, like me and my family, when I go to my mom's dad's house,
Mm-hmm.
we kind of do raffle to see who we have for Christmas. So like,
So you'll pull names. Go ahead.
Yeah. So it's only like really for the grown-ups.
Okay.
So then they'll raffle names, and whoever they have, that's who they have for Christmas.
Okay. Because people can sometimes actually spend a lot of money if they try to buy everybody gifts, couldn't they? I have a question for you. I think I asked your brother this. If you could be an animal, think about this. If you could be an animal, what animal would you be?
He'll probably be a lion.
Why a lion?
Well, because a lion, you kind of don't really have to you really don't kind of have to hunt or do anything really, and you have and then you have the females gonna do all the hunting.
Did you all hear his answer? So you would be a lion, so you could be like the king of the jungle, and you wouldn't have to do any hunting. But other people can be hunted. I think that's pretty funny. That's pretty hilarious. If you could have one magical power, what magical power would you have?
Bringing people back to life.
Bringing people back to life. I had not thought about that as Tracy says, spoken like a true male. That is true, Tracy. It really is. And I'm going to talk to his father after this broadcast, the lion, because the females will go out and do all the work. I don't even know what to say. It was true. It was spontaneous. But if you had a magical power, it would be bringing people back to life. Why that power?
Because some people and families die, and then they want them to stay alive, so they want them to come back. So then, if somebody had that type of power, and somebody wanted them, and somebody heard them say, "I want that person back," so then somebody can use their powers to bring that person back.
Wow! And so you would use your powers not just for yourself, but for other people as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So then, do you think that whatever powers we really have, even if we don't have magical powers, but there may be things that we can just do in life normally, do you think we should use whatever our gifts and talents are, whatever it is that we can do? Do you think we should use those to help other people as well?
Mm-hmm.
So for example, maybe someone knows how to build houses.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe someone knows how to wash cars. Maybe someone knows how to make clothes. Do you think we should? Maybe someone knows how to teach or tutor. Do you think we should use all of those gifts for those skills to help other people?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's important to be helpful?
Yeah.
Do you think it's important to be kind?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me why you think it's important to be helpful and to be kind.
Well, it's important to be helpful because sometimes some people can, this happened to my brother earlier. Before we came to your house,
Mm-hmm.
we stopped at the Dollar General store,
Mm-hmm.
and he had a budget, and I had a gift card. And my mom, she didn't buy anything really because she didn't have the things that she wanted.
Okay.
So my brother, he bought some snacks, but he only had the budget. He only had $10.
Okay.
So once he bought that, It said $10.46.
Oh,
So my
okay.
mom was being helpful and gave him 46 cents.
Okay. All right. So that's almost like sometimes when we see people who are in need, it's nice to help them out.
Mhm.
It's not, of course, we can't do that for everybody because there's some people who pretend that they need help,
Mhm.
right? So some people pretend that they need help. So we have to be careful. So that way we don't have people taking advantage of us. Let's see. I'm trying to see what people are saying. Let me know if y'all have any other questions for him. Let me ask you this. What do you think you will be doing maybe 10 years from now? 10 years from now, what do you think you'll be doing?
So I'll be 18.
He's good at math. Did you see that? Okay.
Probably. So being great at when I grow up.
Uh-huh.
Probably
Like-
want to get a good GPA in college.
No, that's good. That's good. A good GPA, and definitely you at 18 you will be. Yeah, you'll be either in or on your way to college because I was when I was 18, and both of our birthdays come, excuse me, in the summertime. So yes, you would be on your way to college. Some people wanted to know. They were asking, what is your favorite meal or your favorite food?
My favorite meal probably would be mac and cheese, ham, a rib, and yams.
A rib, yams, mac and cheese, and ham. So that's what we call soul food. That's what we call soul food. Um, yeah, we have that in common. Um, it's just in the Cutler blood. We like good soul food. Good soul food. Um, do you like to? Oh, people say, oh yes, they love mac and cheese too. Well, I love the mac and cheese and the ham and the yams, and we love all of that. Who? Let me ask you this: if you could schedule your weekends for just having fun, what fun things would you have your family to do on the weekends?
Probably take them to like a jumping place or like somewhere where you can like do go karts and they have an arcade or something like that. Or I would probably if I probably had like enough money and I had to do some fun stuff on the weekend, and then I would probably take them on a trip.
I got a question for you. If you had $1 million,
Mhm.
$1 million, what would you do with it? I mean, so that's a lot of money, right?
Probably spend half of the money on food and then make the food. And then I make the food and then I pack it up and then I walk around town or drive around town and give it to the homeless people.
Oh, Sloan. Did you all hear that? See, I was laughing at the answer first, but he said if he had $1 million, he'd take half of that, buy food, cook the food, pack it up, and drive around town and give it to people who are homeless. So what that says to me is that you like helping people. You like helping people. So who taught you that it's important to help people?
I was on YouTube one day and I saw this guy and he just made a whole bunch of fries and then he put ketchup on it and mustard. So he had like the different types of sauces on the side. So then he just put them in bags. So he lived in a very like homeless city.
Okay.
So he went driving around and he just like he saw people in need. So he just gave them like food. And then this other video I saw, this man went to McDonald's. He bought 125 burgers and to feed to the homeless people in his town.
Why is it important to help people who don't have as much as you have?
Because some people are that much unfortunate as you, and it's just good to help people.
Okay. If he does, Paula. He has a very, very sweet and caring soul. See, they're saying very kind things about you. And hang on, I want to ask him just a couple more questions because I'm only usually up here for just like 1,800 seconds, right? So they just have a few more questions for you. Like one person wanted to know if you have a favorite athlete. Do you have a favorite athlete?
Like a person that does a sport.
Who's your favorite athlete?
Can it be like a team?
It can be a team.
Probably the Dallas Cowboys.
Dallas Cowboys. So if you're not a Dallas Cowboy fan, don't get upset. That's just his favorite team. But do you have a favorite person who as an athlete as well?
Mm-hmm.
Who's that?
Probably Tedbert Baptiste.
And what sport?
Lacrosse.
Because I was going to say some people may not know what sport it is.
Mm-hmm.
So give them the name again.
Tedbert Baptiste.
Okay, who plays lacrosse. Listen, I just wanted to have a kind of light conversation with my younger cousin Sloan after the holidays. We've been over the past few years. We all get together and spend some time together at Christmas, don't we? You remember that one year when I drove to y'all's house? I think it was either Christmas Day or the day after Christmas, and we all hung around and just played games. And I put on pajamas like you and your oldest brother. I'm never going to do that again, of course. But you won't catch me doing that again. And then one year you all came up to my house, and then here we are again hanging out. But we've had some fun over this holiday, haven't we? Can you tell them some of the games we played? Can you remind them some games that we played this holiday?
This holiday?
Over the past couple of days.
So he threw a little Christmas party at his house. And we played like this little game where it would cry ping pong balls, and we would split each other into teams.
Oh, right.
So then you throw and then you have a tape a line over there, and you have to throw the ball before the tape line and try to get it into the cup. And
that was the tic-tac-toe, right?
Yeah, the tic-tac-toe.
Which game did you like the most? Because you were stacking the cups. He plays this game stacking cups, and then he stacked the cups and try to run over and jump over them. But the most important thing over the holidays was us getting together and having fun, right? Yeah. That was the most fun. They are getting ready for the new year, and if you had to talk to people and just give them advice about getting ready for the new year, what advice would you give the people as they're getting ready for the new year?
Probably get ready to party.
Get ready to party, but to have fun, right?
Have fun with family there.
Okay, you heard it from me. I'm going to go because Sloan gave us the advice. Get ready to party, but what he said was have fun with family there. It is important for him, as you've heard, to make sure that family is around, and he gets that. His parents have done an amazing job with reminding him and his brother that it's important to have family around. So that means have people around that you can trust, have people around that make you feel good about yourself, have people around that make you feel safe, have people around that you love and care for, right? And sometimes that you can play games with, and even if you get upset with them, that doesn't last a long time, right? You can just bounce back and still know that you're family friends. So even if you get upset with people that you love, that can just go away after a short time, because it's important to have people in your life. Hey, listen, I want to just have this conversation and talk to my younger cousin about that, and have him share out of the sincerity and the genuineness of a young mind, how to think about people. I'm always amazed that Sloan and even his brother have this insight about treating people kind and treating people nice and treating people fair. So Sloan, thank you for spending this time with me. Do you want to say anything else to them before we log off for the evening?
Merry Christmas and have a great New Year's.
And have a great New Year. And tell them, don't forget.
And don't forget to come on and talk to Cutler.
There you go. Thank you, buddy. All right, hang on just a second. Hey, good night. Thank you all so much. Let's keep doing what we do. Let's keep building a community, maintaining connectivity. Keep your heads up, keep your hopes up, stay safe, stay sane. And you heard it from Sloan. Come on and let's talk to Cutler. Good night, everybody. Let's tell them good night.
Bye.
Bye. Hang on. And then we're off, Sloan, as soon as we see